guys, Red the Nerd here, and I don't think I need to explain what Choo Choo Charles is at this point because everybody and their troglodyte mother knows what Choo Choo Charles is, okay? So I don't really need to explain what Choo Choo Charles is, but if you really want to know what Choo Choo Charles is and what the hype is all about, just go play for yourself. It's on Steam right now, so support the developer. Or you can just watch videos on it on YouTube for free, or you can actually go to the developer's YouTube channel where he's been posting videos about the commemoration of Choo Choo Charles. And you can also see the 10-month process of making this game. And yes, this game was made by one guy. Incredible. And I've been following the development of Choo Choo Charles for quite some time now. So his channel will be linked in the description box below, so give him some love and give him some support because he's an absolute amazing game developer. And the fact that he made this game basically in 10 months and on his own is just mind-blowing. So, round of applause to him. Now, you can probably tell from the title and the thumbnail that, yes, I did make a Choo Choo Charles plush. And before, if you are asking, I made this guy before the official plush came out. And yes, there's already been an official plush release. But I made this guy before. And personally for me, I don't like how the official plush looks. And I'm not saying that mine is better than the official one by any means. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the promotional images just look off to me. I'm pretty sure when the actual, physical copy releases, it's going to look way better in person. But for right now, the promotional images just look really garbage, and that's just how promotional images go. They usually sometimes look absolutely terrible, and then the figure or whatever is absolutely amazing. Or it looks really great, and then when you get the thing that you want, it just looks it just doesn't look right, and it feels terrible. So it's kind of a miss or hiss with these promotional images, but I'm holding hopes for the official one. But like I said, that I made this guy like a day after the game came out, because I've always wanted to make a Choo Choo Charles plush because I have been following the development of this game for a really long time, and I just love the concept of Choo Choo Charles. But the reason why I didn't make it before the game came out was because, well, we didn't have much to go on. Well, I didn't have much to go on. I didn't know what he looked like. We only see like a couple of screenshots and like models and stuff like that. But it's not like the finished model that we see in the game right now. So I was like waiting for the game to release, and then when the game released, there was not many details that I could make out. The only thing that I could actually make out was, the spider legs, the face, the front section here, the whistles here, and that was pretty much it. Then I saw that there was some off-white on the model when I saw some people playing the game. I saw this, and I saw some more stuff on the side here, and I didn't know what that was. So instead of, usually I just go on Google and look up, like what the character looks like Choo Choo Charles or whatever. But you only get all the Google images to see the front half of Charles, and you never get to see the side or the back or anything like that. So I had to go on some certain YouTube videos and hacking videos because, yes, apparently people are already hacking into Choo Choo Charles when the game came out, what was it, not that long ago? And people are already hacking for the juicy details. So good on them because they actually got a 360 view of Charles. So I had to pause and then do some more modifications to my plush here. So this guy took me a long time because I had a basis of what he looked like, and then I found out that there was more details on the side here that I had to add, and then there's some more stuff that I also made that was not that great, and I really wanted to change it. And the one thing that I really wanted to change was the wheels here. Now, if you can see, with these spider legs out of the way, you can see that this little residue here, the wheels are on the bottom of him, which it should be. I originally glued the wheels on the side here because I thought that if I glued the wheels on the bottom, he wouldn't be stable. So I glued them on the side, so it kind of like warped like that, so it actually kind of stabled him. And I was like, that just looks terrible, and it just looks cheap, and I don't want that. So then I decided to make more wheels here. So you can see some residue where I actually took my fabric scissors and I cut them off, and then I made some extra made them thicker so they actually stand up, and then now we have him. And the reason why this front section here is kind of drooping on the front here is because I used up like all my black felt and my red felt for this guy. So the reason why if I originally, okay, just move my camera up here so you can see. So if I had a lot more black felt, I would make this entire section, make sure that it's thick enough so this actually glues on properly instead of being all floppy and stuff like that. But I need to grab more black felt. So if I can find more black felt, I would probably cut these wheels off, glue some more bottom sections here, and then it would be fine and everything would be good. But right now, I feel like I like how this guy looks, and I feel like this flap here gives him a little bit more character, instead of being, completely, like, chunky and stuff like that. The one thing that I also need to do, is also do this entire section. Like I said, that I used up all my red felt here, so this entire section here is just an empty chasm, and you can see stuffing in there, and the reason why I put stuffing in there is just so it can just get a little bit stable there. I was originally going to glue it like this, but then you can still see, like a gap through there. So what I'm going to do is that when I buy more red felt, I'm just going to make a couple of excess felt here, thick enough that it actually stays like this. So it's going to probably be about maybe 10 felt, or maybe even 5 felts in between there. So it's actually, it's going to be like this. So I'm trying to give you a basis here. It's going to be kind of like this, and it's going to be thick enough that it actually stays like this instead of being like that, because that just looks stupid, and I just hate it. And if you are wondering, the spider legs are in fact posable. They have pipe cleaners in them. And yes, I know that he has 8 legs, but there's no possible way, because the way I built him is that I made this entire section here a little too small, and so there's no way that I could fit 8 legs in there. Just no way. So then you can see the little smokestack up here. Sorry that I'm going off like different details and stuff, but that's usually how these videos go. Then you can see the smokestack here. It's coming off of its glue here, so I'm gonna have to glue that because it's supposed to be like that, but it's kind of like that now, so I don't like that. Then you can see his beautiful face here, and it is tilted sideways, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna have to do some modifications. Lovely. Because I was originally making this guy, the first time that I was like getting everything ready, it was like probably like really early in the night, so I was just like really tired. I just really wanted to go to bed, so I was just rushing through everything. So that's why his face is all like tilted a little bit, not tilted all the way, mind you, but it just looks a little bit off to me, and why the smokestack is like right here and stuff like that. But good thing that I got an extra good amount of sleep, because then I made the legs and I made everything else. Now, coming back to the side here. Now, this is where I had to do some of my cheat sheets right here. So, on the 3D model of the hackers videos, I used up many hackers videos, so I'm not going to name off all of them. But yes, he does have a door frame here and a stairs here, and I think I did a really good job with these stairs here. And like I said, that I made up all my black felt with the body and all that stuff, so I didn't have enough room to actually make a thicker railing here, so it would go all the way to the front. But to be honest, I actually kind of like how it looks. And it's stable and everything like that, and there's no doorknob there, which he does have a doorknob on both of his doors, and yes, he does have 2 of them, one on the side and one on the back. So like I said, I used up all my black felt, so I have to put a doorknob when I eventually get my black felt and everything like that. Then you can see the little whistles here. They also have pipe cleaners. They're not supposed to bend or anything. They're just for stability. But as you can clearly see, that it's not really working very well. But this one over here works really well. This one's stable. This one's a little loppy, so I'm gonna have to fix that as well. And just coming to this box here. Now, if you're wondering how I got this kind of 3-dimensional box here, I actually took some old references, I guess, of Swirls, my original character from the Nothing series. Old school, rather than nerd fans would remember that series. And Swirls' head was a rectangular box, pretty much, and he was made out of felt. So basically, what I did is that I just, cut some pieces of felt, measured them out, and then glued them together. And there is actually stuffing inside this box here. You can't really tell it because it doesn't look like it looks like it's hollow, but there is felt in there. It just makes it more stable and not like, because if there weren't felt in there, or stuffing, I should say, it would just like collapse in on itself. But the felt, it just kind of expands the box, so it's not expanded all the way, but just enough that it won't collapse on itself. Coming back to the back here, you can see the little stairs here, the doorway, everything cool. And this little section here is supposed to replicate the Charles Mining Company logo that is on the side of him. And I know it's supposed to say, you know, mining and then company and Charles along the side here, but I hate making felt letters, and the felt letters that I did make for this guy were really big, and they just, if I glue them on here, and there's not enough space to even put Charles there, and there's no way I could put company and mining up there. There's just no possible way, and it would just look way too cluttered, and it just wouldn't look all that great. But I feel like this looks pretty cool. I like the kind of weird design, but you know exactly what that's supposed to be. If you've seen hacker videos. But everything else, that's pretty much it. There's not much to go on, and yes, there is some modifications that I do have to do to this guy, so I'm running low on supplies, and that's why he's not, you know, complete to his best perfection here. So, but I feel like I did a really good job on most of the details and stuff like that, but I feel like I got the basis of what he's supposed to look like and everything like that. So, but just for me personally, and I am a perfectionist when it comes to things, so it's just these things just right here just really annoy me. But it doesn't really take away from anything. It doesn't take away from the actual plush itself. But yeah, I feel like I did a really good job on this guy. And if you're wondering, here's the wheels at play here. You can see the wheels actually keep them stable. So if you want to see that, there you go. But I feel like I did a really good job with this guy, and I feel like he's got to be one of my, you know, best plushes I've made, because this technique up here is just a really old technique, and I didn't think it would hold up. But it's the only thing that I knew, and I feel like right now it's holding up really well. And I also did some, you know, weird, you know, 3D shapes with the little whistles up here and the smokestack and the cylinder here and everything. So I feel like I did a really good job with this. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what you do, but you guys know what time it is. So, bye, guys.